Welcome to a brand new episode of Conference Chatter TV, where I pick every game in the Big 12 during the college football season and then keep a running tally to see how I did. And to start off, in the 2011 season, I was this close to coming undefeated, but I went 9-1. Sorry, Baylor fans. I should have picked the Bears to beat TCU, but just didn't do it. I had a really bad feeling going into that game with that TCU pick. Baylor at home with an incredible victory, and that was the only game that I missed in Week 1. So let's get to games in Week 2. There are some exciting ones here in the Big 12, and we'll start it off with Arizona at number 9, Oklahoma State. An interesting game. I'm going with Oklahoma State in this game in Stillwater. It's a rematch of last year's Alamo Bowl, which saw Oklahoma State beat Arizona 36-10. I think Arizona quarterback Nick Foles will keep this game a little bit more respectable than last year's Alamo Bowl, but I'm going with Oklahoma State at home. I'm looking for Justin Blackmon, who was held without a touchdown reception in Week 1, to get back in the scoring column in Week 2, and I just think that offense is a little bit too much. I'm going with Oklahoma State at home. On Friday, let's go with number 21, Missouri at Arizona State. Another intriguing Big 12 Pac, whatever you want to call it, I guess Pac-12 for this year matchup. I'm going to go with this one with Arizona State. I think that Missouri's defense is going to be good enough to keep the Tigers in the game, for the entire 4 quarters. But I think it's asking a little bit too much early on for Missouri quarterback James Franklin to engineer a victory. This is his first, it's going to be his first road start of his career, and I think he's going to be a solid quarterback for the Tigers, but pretty early, first road start ever for him. I'm going with the home team, Arizona State, in that matchup. The rest of the games will take place on Saturday. Let's move to Iowa at Iowa State. Definitely going with I almost said Cyclones. I'm going with the Hawkeyes in this. I'm going with Iowa. Look, the Hawkeyes, 6 of the last 8 matchups they've won against Iowa State, and for the past 2 years, it hasn't even been close. 35-7. Last year, 35-3, and that was in Ames in 2009. I look for Iowa to continue their dominance in this rivalry and beat the Cyclones, who really didn't look good last week in Week 1. Northern Illinois at Kansas. This could get really interesting. I'm going with Northern Illinois to win this. I'm predicting it by a field goal. I think this will be a very, very close game. KU, their ability to run the football, that'll keep them in the game for the majority of the contest, I would think. But, Chandler Harnish, he's going to be kind of the difference for Northern Illinois. The dual threat senior quarterback accounted for 6 touchdowns in Week 1, and I think he's going to be the difference in this battle on Saturday. KU's pass defense struggled a little bit, in its opener against McNeese State, and I think the NIU quarterback can really, kind of pick his spots. 5 touchdowns, no interceptions last week. A very solid player for NIU. Last game of the week here, BYU at number 24, Texas. A fascinating potential future Big 12 matchup. We've heard a lot of those rumors of the BYU joining the Big 12. We'll see how that shakes out, of course. But for this game, I'm going to go with Texas at home. I think that Garrett Gilbert, he's shown that he has come a long way since the offseason. He looked pretty good against Rice. I look for him to continue to get Jackson Shipley open, and Mike Davis continues to make huge plays for Texas. I look for UT to handle BYU. So that's all the time we have for Week 2. I'll be back on next week to reflect on those and pick some more games in the Big 12. So enjoy the weekend, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Thanks.